Hi everyone. I thought I would come on here and do a flip through of this travel journal that I made from my recent trip to Wichita Falls, Texas. Try to do this really quickly. I mean, it's kind of thick, but not real bad. I made this tassel out of stuff out of my stash, like ribbons, cord, I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's not eyelash fringe, but kind of like that. I strung some beads onto some embroidery thread that I used to tie up the top of the tassel. Just strung some beads on there from my stash, just stuff that I had. These are charms that I actually found at a booth at the Scrapbook Convention back in March that I knew I was going to be traveling to Texas and I thought they were appropriate, so I just went ahead and grabbed them. These beads are from a bracelet that I bought my grandson that he broke and we didn't recover all the beads, and I thought they were really cute, and I thought it would be a good idea to include them on the tassel. These were just from my stash. I thought it turned out really cute. I've had this paper for probably 10 plus years in my stash, and I really liked it, so I thought I would use it up. I just used some paper arrows to point to where it was that we were going to. This is a chipboard cover that I just covered both sides and sewed. All of the pages, well, not all of them. Some of them are like little ephemera pieces, and some of them are 4x6, not Project Life, but like Project Life cards. Some of them are 3x4s. I used both and ephemera pieces to kind of make it eclectic and different. I always try to take a picture of my suitcase whenever I go on a trip. I don't know why. It's just something I always try to do. I thought that I love my suitcase, so I thought I thought it was cute to include it. This was the day that we started traveling. I used some, oh, they're not enamel, puffy stickers. This is just an ephemera piece that I had that I thought that I would include. I used it to put some pictures on that I just thought that they would work in those spots. Wichita Falls. Highlight of the trip was arguing with my 5-year-old grandson. The kids slept most of the way. Had to document that, except my little co-pilot. I tried to write down all of the things that were... Well, I tried to write down all of the things, really. It's not... I try to keep them in order. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But as long as everything is recorded, I think that it's okay. It works out for me. I always have a ton of pictures anytime that I travel, so I try to include as many as I can, especially the more important ones, and keep track of what each picture represents or where it's at, and all of the goings on while we're on our trips. Restaurants are always a big deal. We try not to visit restaurants that are local, that can be visited anywhere. We always try to visit someplace different. Some of the stitching is kind of wonky, and I'm okay with it. Like this one, it goes through my face in the picture, and it's fine. It's fine for me. I think some people probably can sew better than what I can. I'm not that great at it, as you can see, but it doesn't bother me. I think it kind of adds to the eclectic charm of it. This was the second day that we were there, just trying to record everything that was going on. Sometimes when I have pictures that I didn't include the first time, I'll go back through and add more pictures in. This was something that I added after as an afterthought, but they were pictures that I thought were important that should be added, as were these. My bonus child's Air Force A School graduation. That's what this whole trip was about. Again, you know, I wrote these cards, some of these cards out while we were in Texas. However, I didn't sew the cards until we got back. Probably if you're going to sew, it would be a better idea to do it before you go so that you have a guide as to where you should stop writing. I never think that far ahead, so I just make do, and it's fine. I can still read it. The kids can still read it, and it's for them, so it's all good. I have tried to keep track of everything that goes on. These are just 4x6 Project Life type cards that I thought worked well for this travel theme. The next day, I tried to have a card for each day. Here's some of the smaller 3x4 cards that I used. I did some stamping. I had a lot of travel ephemera that I took with me. I do take some of my stamps and ink pad, well, a ink pad with me whenever I do travel. I do love doing stamping in my travel notebooks. I just think it adds to the charm. I had to document the temperature because it was blazing hot. This was one of those times when I had a lot of pictures, so I just tried to collage them. I have a 2x3 printer, a small mini Canon printer that I can collage photos onto a 2x3. And it really works out great for traveling notebooks. It's the perfect size. And the printer is compact and easy to store and travel with. So I really love that thing. Doing these 4x6 journals and using 3x4 cards in them really helps to use up 3x4 cards. I used actually several in here, and I love that. 4x6 cards too, actually, and a lot of ephemera pieces. That one doesn't have anything on the back, but I tried to use some washi tape on some of the pages to give it a different look. None of the pages, I mean, it's not like from a collection or anything. They don't really match. Some of them don't match at all, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I could have used from one collection, one travel collection. I just didn't feel the need for that. Just use what I have and make it work. Our last day, our travel day back to home. I tried to narrow down one highlight, one low moment to journal about. I thought that turned out cute. And this little envelope, I have this weird thing about when I travel of keeping all of the receipts that I accumulate. And that's all of my receipts. And I just made a little envelope for them and glued that on the front, and that's it. That's the back cover. It's the same paper. I had, I think, 6 sheets of this paper, so I was able to do this journal which is a little bit chunky, but not too bad. I also made this cover for my Texas trip that I took in February, which I have not started on, but I will finish it. This one's just a little bit different. It opens up differently, and the inside is just raw chipboard instead of covered with paper. Give it a little bit of a twist. So that's it for this one. I do have a Christmas journal that I'm going to flip through at some point, but I just thought I would show you guys what I made. Thanks for watching. Bye.